the little Joop, he's asleep.
Ah.
Yeah, that's lights out at 8, I'm afraid.
John's got some of those.
Yeah. Oh, I love my little judgmental shithead.
Use your dowsing rods to find him.
Yeah, well, he will judge you relentlessly. So, but yeah, so ghost hunting. How do you guys feel about phone apps?
Well,
Hit or
hold
miss.
on.
Well, we're jumping right into it.
We're doing this so backwards.
Okay, oops. Okay, you start.
Let it go. Let it flow.
You start.
Yeah, let it ride.
All right, let's go. How do you feel about phone apps, guys?
I'm hit or miss.
Agreed.
They could be easily set up, but at the same time, if they happen to be going off and doing the same thing everything else is, it could be something. Depends on the situation.
Definitely.
Yeah, most of the time we'll have that going with like the Ovilus or Spirit Box, and especially during an Estes method. When we do an Estes method, we tend to have like the Spirit Talker app going. I'll have the Ovilus going, and then obviously the 2 Spirit Boxes that are going on. And if there's a correlation between the 3, then it's kind of like, you know.
I guess I could see that, yeah.
I hated them before I started with you guys. Oops, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying, I have always been on the fence, and I probably will always be on the fence about phone apps. But again, like I said, if we can corroborate it with 2 other devices at the same time with similar answers, that's just kind of more proof, you know.
Oh yeah. What about you, Tiffany?
I was always on the fence with them. I really didn't even use them all that often until I started investigating with these 2. And I like the way that they do it. So, I mean, like they said, it's still a hit or miss type of deal, but it's cool to see that they all have the same answers coming across from all.
Well,
the different
especially whenever
devices.
you and I do the S's at the same time, or the one time we did all 3 of us, and we had, 6 devices and 3 people all doing the same conversation?
Yeah, that was cool.
Not even in the same room.
Oh.
Yeah, we tend to, not in a bad way, but like overdo some things, but it's more or less for, you know, cooperation with everything else. So trip line laying out with the Hydra at the end, and then REM pod next to it, like that tripwire starts to go down, and then that REM pod goes off, and it keeps going. Like it's all just, you know, so
Yeah.
similar thing with the phone apps and things like that. Occasionally, I'll pull out the Ghost Tube app. I think, what's the app called? There's one where it'll like create pictures. Ghost Tube Seer.
Oh yeah, there's always like a ghost somewhere.
Yeah, but this thing will just basically what it's claimed to is the same thing as an Ovilus or anything else. Takes the energy and produces, instead of a word, a picture. And I know we got a couple good ones at the Demon House when we were there, and then I think we got
Scared the shit out of us.
Did we try it at Asher Walton? Yeah.
Was it? No.
Yeah.
Was it Asher? Did
Yeah,
we?
it was, because we got the lady
was
in a white dress.
It was
But,
Asher's
that's
room.
right. That's right. And then the Axmore house, didn't we do it in the front room?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did.
It was while the door, some random door opened up on us somewhere to another world we never found.
I love it when that happens.
Never did.
I think I need to come across the pod. I need to go someplace that will really scare the living daylights out of me, because frankly, I'm bored.
You're bored?
I'm bored. I need something to scare me.
So let me ask, are the spirits out there just like too nice?
No, it's just, maybe it's because I don't believe in demons, because I'm not a Christian, so.
I don't either.
I work with the natural energies. No, maybe it's because I've just done like the scary places. So because when you do something enough times, you sort of like get detached from it. It's like, when I first experienced the paranormal, I was like, oh my God, it opened on its own. And I was like, right, shut the door, I'm sleeping. It's like, oh my God, the cat ball went off. Yay! It went off. Woohoo!
Yeah.
You know,
Wow. Yeah.
go spirits.
So, do you do a lot of investigating or anything out there?
Yeah. I've had 2 weekends off, but before that, the last 6 weekends we were on an investigation every single weekend. Most of them we were as hosts. So I work for a company, or not an events company. It's a paranormal group that hosts events at haunted locations where the public can come, called Paranormal Presence. So essentially what we do is we get people in. So we typically have around 30 guests, and we split them up into smaller groups, and we sort of do various experiments. So table tipping, human pendulum, Estes, spirit boggle, classic Victorian style, and combine our findings, just teaching people how to be ghost hunters, essentially.
That's cool.
But
Awesome.
when I'm investigating with my core team, where we're going back to basics, no apps, no nothing, that's usually when it gets interesting. I mean, I hate phone apps so much. I mean, my ideal setup would be everyone has the same phone, make, and model, down to the same year. Give me 10 phones, the exact same phone, model, anything. Download Spirit app, Spirit Talker, I think it's called. It should come up with the same words in unison.
Right.
If
Not
it
wrong.
doesn't,
In theory, yeah.
yeah. And it's always the same. I died here. Demon, devil, sin, drown, burn.
You ever got a swear word through it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had a spirit tell us "fuck you" at
Yep.
the Rhodes Hotel with
With
an
an
exclamation point. Yeah.
Well, we get a lot of swear words with the Estes, but I don't swear as such. So whenever a swear word comes through, I'm like, "Excuse you, language," or "No, I am not repeating that."
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
And even when I'm not on the Estes and I just have like the normal spirit voices, I'm like, "No, I am not repeating that. No."
I'll try to keep back my truck talk then.
Potty mouth.
She's
Oh,
talked
no,
with me a few times. She knows.
Yeah.
I don't mind others having it, but when you're a teacher, you can't really swear.
Are you still at the Catholic school?
No, not since we moved to Somerset. But I do miss it though. I had some amazing students, and they were really into the paranormal.
So you
So
were talking about that in the podcast. It was pretty interesting.
yeah, I mean, I was instantly like coolest teacher ever. And even my year sevens that are 11 years old, we had some pretty interesting discussions about ghosts and the paranormal. So I asked them, I said, "Do you believe in ghosts?" And one of them instantly said, "No, because I can't see them." And we said, "Well, you believe in God, you can't see him. You believe in atoms, you can't see them." And I said, "Oh yeah, good point." But it was just the thought, because then they started talking and said, "But we might not see them as people, but we see the work they do."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, you're 11 years old, you should not be this mature. So I bought my dowsing rods in, or as they called them, my magic sticks.
Hell yeah.
And that was it. Magic sticks.
Magic stuff.
And it was just so cute. So I got the rod to say, "Right, rods, can you please point to," and then I gave a student's name. And of course, my rods, being mine, pointed to the student. And all of them were like, "Oh my God, she's doing that on purpose." So I picked the student and said, "Right, you come here and watch my hands." And he was laser locked, like laser locked on my hands. I asked again. And lo and behold, the rods pointed, and he just like, "Guys, she's not moving her hands at all. Magic sticks." Like, yeah.
Bunch of ghost hunters right there.
Yeah. No, it's surprising. Like when you do like children's events, they're actually more into it than many of the adults because they're so open to it and curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the key thing to doing is you have to have an open mind.
I mean,
Else
we
you
do.
just being a dick and you know.
I mean,
Everything is fake.
you do have guests that come on an event, and you can tell they're not really interested in it. They're just there because their friends forced them to.
Right. Right.
And they're usually like the most difficult people. And they're like, look, you paid to go on this. Enjoy it.
Yeah, have some fun. What got you started? What got you started back when you first got into it?
Well, I'm a skeptical medium. I always have been.
Hold on, can you explain what that means?
It's
get too into it.
Yeah. No, a skeptical medium or a light worker. I see dead people is an overused phrase. Nonetheless, it is what I do. And I communicate with the spirit world. But even with what I can see and hear and have experienced, I will still question it, and I will still question the validity. So there could be a full body apparition in front of me, clear as day, and I will still question and try to find what is another reason for this. So it's not, and when people come to me and say, oh, I lost so-and-so, or I would really like to connect to this person, I'm like, well, it's not a phone line. I can't just pick up the phone and call them.
But the TV says you can.
Yeah, the TV says, Psychic Sally says you can.
Madam Cleo.
And all of a sudden, oh my God, what is that? And you're like, no, it's not how it works. And I'm honest there. I tell people that. I say, look, I can try, but I might not get anything. And if I don't get anything, then I can't work miracles. I can tell you what you want, but that's not going to help you. And that's my problem with, I think, a lot of the psychics that are out there, is many of them are so good at cold reading, and they just take advantage. But the problem is they can actually cause more trauma than good. Because you're tapping into something. You're fundamentally, so every time I work with a person or a spirit, our energies interlock. And that means I am now responsible for that person's future and their health. And I need to be sure that they're strong enough. So I can tell them, oh yeah, I talked to your grandmother. She loves you. She misses you. She wishes you were there with her. That might be what they want to hear, but it's not going to do them any good, because sometimes you just need to close the door. I mean, as
people grieve different ways, and some people need to hear that from somebody that,
I mean,
member or whatnot.
I always say, and it was something. So when my maternal grandfather died, I was stuck in the UK, and I couldn't get to the funeral, and I was very upset by that. And my mom was like, look, what you got to remember, a funeral is for the living. The dead don't care. Remember him as he was, not what he became. And, yeah.
Well, that kind of leads me to, because I was watching it and you mentioned the 3 stages of death. And I like that, because I've heard that before. But, like, the way you went about it was a little different. It was same concept, same everything, but like I don't know about opinion, if it's your opinion or if it's like just what you read for facts or anything. But have you heard that before, Chuck? The 3 stages of death?
I've heard. It's been a while, but I could use a refresher.
Yeah, if you want to break into that, because that's pretty cool. I want to hear it live.
So I heard it from Talis and Jeffy. I was familiar with it.
The character, the voice character.
Oh
voice
yeah,
actor, I mean?
sexy, talented voice actor with the coolest closet in the world.
Critical Role.
I want his wardrobe. Like, seriously, forget the Euro Millions. Give me 15 minutes to raid his closet. Yes, please.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Forget shopping sprees. I want that.
I mean, all of them, really, but they are just so talented. It's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, so from what I work with and what I was taught is that there are 3 stages, essentially. So the first stage is what we call dead. Spirit leaves the body. You're dead. You're floating. You're no longer corporal. The second death happens when everyone who once knew you are gone as well. And the third and final death is when no one longer says your name. So when your name is uttered for the last time ever, you go completely.
Damn.
I mean, I do know that, like, genetics, obviously, you're half your dad, half your mum, and your family, your genetics, so if you pass your genetic materials on. Not everyone should do that, by the way, but how might they do? So in that sense,
Yes.
your genetic material lives on, but the essence of who you were or who you are, that is sort of what dies when no one no longer says your name. And that's essentially so. What I like to do when I go to cemeteries for some peace and quiet is I go to some of the older graves and just like gently give them put a hand on the tombstone and just whisper their name to myself.
Yeah.
To make sure they're not forgotten.
Spirit alive. Yeah, that gave me goosebumps.
It's just nice. I mean, it was a story that my mentor told. So the witch in the woods was very known for her psychic abilities. And one day a man came to her and said, I lost my wife. Can you bring her back, please? And the witch said, that is beyond my powers. But tell me about her. Tell me a memory. And the man said, would that bring her back? And the witch says, for a little while. So what I did when I was a grief counselor was we played a game with the kids that's called I Remember. And you took turns and you said one positive thing you remember. So if it was my friend who died, for instance, I say, I remember Jens because he had the most incredible laugh. He could make everyone happy just by looking at him. And that sort of brings life into him again. If that makes sense.
Oh, no, yeah. 100% makes sense.
It's therapy. But then again, you also have to think about the difference between a ghost and a spirit. Because it's the spirits that we're communicating with.
Right.
A ghost is just a memory. You have heard of the difference between a ghost and a spirit, I assume?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've read a lot about that. And plus, I watched your previous podcast, too. You talk a little bit about that stuff. So,
Yeah.
But feel free to go on about it, though.
No, I mean, you've all heard ghost stories like, oh, the white lady every night at 2:50 p.m. or a.m. or whichever. She glides across the hallway from A to B, but she doesn't interact with anyone. That's a ghost. That's a memory that's been imprinted in the property or the land. You cannot interact with it. You can see it, but you can't interact with it. Spirits, however, is the residual energy we leave behind that we can actually communicate with, because our energy merges with their energy, and that sort of strengthens it, because nothing comes from nothing. So that's essentially what we are, energy particles. Not exactly romantic, but sorry.
Does that tie into the light thing you were talking about? How when we're born, we come from light, and we just kind of absorb back?
So when everyone's born, we're born with a little light. Christians will call it the soul. I call it the light. You can see it in Polaroid photos, for instance. Like if you notice those damn Polaroids, they always come out with red eyes. That's actually a good sign, because if you take a Polaroid photo of a dead person, you cannot get the red eyes.
True.
Holy shit.
There's no light reflecting or anything, yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So that's when the light has left. And you can actually see it if you look. When the lights leave, you lose that little twinkle, and it sort of just becomes an empty shell. Still energy. I mean, the body decomposes and releases even more energy particles. But what is essentially you, that goes away when you take your final breath, because that's when your spirit or your light moves back into the ether and where it can intercept with everyone else.
So where did
And
you learn all this? Is this something you picked up along the way or something you studied into?
so when I was about, I mean, I've been everything. I was from a semi-Christian household. My grandparents were Jehovah's Witnesses. So naturally I was Christian and confirmed. Then I got really angry in my teenage period and I found Satanism. That was too negative for me. And when I sort of came into understanding what my spiritual powers were, I didn't know how to handle it. And I met this wonderful woman who actually sought me out. She just came up to me randomly, looked at my hands and said, "Oh, a healing hands." And I was like, "What? Lady? No, no." And there was just something about her. She was effervescent, almost. Like we were meant to meet at that point. And she taught me everything she knew. And she set me on the path of the light. So she's taught me everything. She taught me how to harness my abilities. She taught me how to read the tarot deck. She taught me how to read people, how to communicate, how to go into a trance, how to channel in a safe and responsible way. And that was 24 years ago I ran into her, almost 25 years.
And you kept doing it.
Yeah.
Getting better and better.
Getting better every time. And every time I learn something new or meet new people, then I take something from them.
What do you mean you take something?
I take a little bit of every person I work with and I give them a little bit of me as well. So
Like a
when
bond?
I work... Huh?
Like a bond, kind of?
Yeah.
Or just...
Like it's a very, very thin bond. But whenever you cross paths with someone, whether if it's just for a second, you become an integral part of each other's lives, because that little moment in time where you two meet will then set you on a different course. It might be ever so subtle, but it will set you on the next course and the next part of your journey. So no one comes into your life unless it's the right time.
Okay.
So you follow that path? Just go
Yeah,
with it?
I mean, when I was in the UK in 2005, I had a friend called Adrian. And after I got back to Denmark, we lost touch for a very, very long time. And all that time, I always said, "Oh, I think I need to message Adrian. I really, really need to message Adrian." But I never got it done, and he never messaged me, so I figured, that's it. And 3 years ago, I said, I need to message Adrian. I need to reach out to him. I don't know why, but I have to. And he responded. And we started talking again. And we met up. And he told me that he had end-stage prostate cancer.
Oh. Shit.
So yeah. But I got 2 years with him.
Nice.
So that was the right time. I could have reached out to him 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason I didn't, because it was not meant to be.
Yeah.
We were not mentally in that place or spiritually in that place. It's the same when I met my husband. He came into my life completely random. The last place you expect to meet someone you love. Work. In a school.
Ugh.
I mean, and he was the IT technician. We had absolutely no reason to engage.
Yeah.
But we did.
Those IT guys get a bad rap.
Followed your gut.
No, you gotta be nice to the IT people.
You do.
Because
You do.
they can quickly put you to the very back of the queue.
Yep.
No, it's true.
That's funny. Not funny, but with this story where you said where there's a time that things happen, and it similar to your story. That's how John and I created what we're doing now. We grew up friends for how long? Fuck, dude, how long was it?
Forever.
Forever and never. And then we lost touch, lost connection. Found his number in the middle of this, but it was how long was it? It was 20,
almost 25 years, yeah.
almost 25 years, and decided to move back here to Illinois. While packing and everything else, I find an old phone that I like to turn on and just go through the messages and see what the stupid kid I was, a while ago. And I see John's number still in the phone, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, just shoot him a quick thing. And yeah, we reconnected, started talking again. And at that time, I was already on a paranormal team, and he was all into it and on board, and invited him out. And we got BBT now, and it is similar, but
Just
also
happened,
very
yeah.
accurate to what you said. So, and then I've come to find out we literally live a few miles away from each other. I had no idea where he lived.
After all this time.
After 25
And we're not
years.
even where we grew up either.
No, they're the farthest from where we grew up.
And that again shows that you are an integral part of each other's lives, like no matter how your paths cross.
And then we found Tiffany in an alley of one of these haunted locations, and
Yeah.
she just would not leave us alone. And it's like, oh, fine.
Aww.
Tripped out from behind the dumpster.
Spider
Yeah.
monkey in it.
Yeah. But no, I mean, even like with Tiffany, like John and I talked about it a lot after it was our second technical podcast,
Oh,
right?
first.
I think
She was our
was it
first
the very
podcast.
first one.
She's our first podcast, and then she was our second podcast.
Yeah. So we did our very first podcast as this new team with Tiffany and somebody else.
No, that was my You're talking about like the first ever. That was my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys were on
very
that.
first ever. Yeah, that was like, hey, you want to reach out to them and see? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And at the end, immediately at the end, me and him were talking. It's like, there's something up.
If there's going to be a third, this is it.
Yeah, there's something up. She was like, we were talking like, she was all in, like asking the questions and going back and forth. The other person wasn't, and it's like that was fucking cool. Pardon, sorry. That was cool.
Language.
And yeah, even John I think said too, like he's like, I got a feeling that she's gonna be part of this team.
Yeah. that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
And like, if you watch the podcast, you'll see they're not getting along.
Lo and behold.
Yeah.
So,
Now we're
in a non-creepy way, I watched a lot of her podcasts because I wanted to learn so much about this field. So I watched the podcast, and I watched because her and King Dingaling were two very different people.
That was the other guy I met, right?
Kevin, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his name. He's all about bringing in outside things. Like when he met us, he was talking about movies, Blues Brothers, and all this other stuff. And we're like, yeah, cool. I don't know, sure, Wayne's World. But then she's all about actual ghost hunting and everything else. So I started learning about mediums and asking questions and getting into it. And the more and more, then we end up doing a second podcast with her. And then like the next day, she comes on our podcast. And those 3 podcasts alone were almost 8 hours of us just clicking,
having fun.
yep,
Yeah.
clicking and getting on and learning teaching Tiffany how not to trip downstairs or hit her head on a roof or
They
eat
failed,
out
by
of
the
a garbage
way.
can.
It still
Baby
happens.
steps. Baby steps. We're
That's
getting
all I
there.
can take.
We got some progress.
But yeah, that was similar to how Tiffany and I met. I was reached out to her and says, hey, you need guests on your podcast. If you have room for a snarky little Dane, then who is very
Hell yeah.
unapologetic and opinionated.
Hey, aren't we all?
Yeah, well, I've kind of gotten a rep for speaking my mind.
How dare you?
Me too.
How
I mean-
dare you?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I wanted to do a stand-up comedy routine, and they wanted to see my set in advance.
Yeah.
I took out like 90% of it that was deemed inappropriate.
Damn.
Oh God.
What kind of want to hear at least one.
Well,
Like,
then maybe you do need to hop the pond because there's some really good comedy clubs in New York.
yeah. They
Well,
don't
it
give
was
a
about.
shit.
Well, one thing they had a problem with was my suicide jokes.
Oh, okay.
Don't go to New York.
Yeah, stay
No,
off that whole coast. Stay away from that whole coast.
Yeah, California loves that stuff too.
Yeah.
no, I mean, it wasn't really that bad. It was just me talking about my final suicide attempt, and like I wanted to hang myself because that was the one option I hadn't tried, and I didn't know how to tie a hangman's noose. Googled, and then it says get help, and I was like, yeah, I need help. Here's the number. Turns out the
Get
suicide
help.
hotline doesn't. Yeah, and the suicide hotline doesn't know how to tie one either. So lo and behold,
That
I
was
tried.
good.
Fail. And this is well, most of it is true. I did not call the suicide hotline to ask for help.
Okay.
I called my friend to find out how we did it.
Holy shit.
Under the guidance of, oh, we're just trying out this new thing, and I think it would be pretty cool wall deco. Would you know how to tie one so it looks authentic?
Oh,
And he told me.
Get a hold of Bubba Wallace. Oh,
I mean, I love him to bits, but he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the drawer.
no.
I love him to bits though, but yeah, brain-eating amoeba would starve in his head sometimes. I think.
So
What? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm saying this wrong, please let me know. Have you
Yeah.
ever been to this side of the pond?
Yes, once.
Just once?
Yeah.
Anything paranormal related or?
No. Well, sort of. On my travels to Utah, we went to visit a Native American tribe to undergo a ritual,
Okay.
which was amazing in its own way. That's how I got my
That's pretty ballsy.
my Native American name as well. So they taught me a lot about like shamanism and the old practices.
Okay. So
But
that
yeah,
was that was specifically the reason you came over?
no, I came over to visit a friend
okay,
who I've
okay.
been chatting to online, and we sort of kind of fell in love with each other.
Nice.
But then when we met, we did have some. Well, there were just some differences
Gotcha.
that I couldn't really know. I mean, everything from how to raise. He was talking about potential children, and I was like, nah. But on the spirit of that, like, is it okay to spank your children? And he was like, yeah, children deserve a good smack. And I'm like, no. I'm not leaving you alone with my future offspring if that's your view. But he was lovely. he was lovely. But getting into the US, wee. So first off, you have to tick like a mile-long list. There's a green and a blue one. The blue one has about 90 odd different things that you may or may not have in your suitcase that you have to tick. And the green one is essentially a judge of character thing. So the very first question was, are you a terrorist? Yes or no? Yeah. What to tick? Okay, let's go with no.
Are you a terrorist?
Yeah, that was the first question. Like straight up, are you a terrorist? And
Natural
I said-
selection though. Quick
Yeah.
and easy. First question. Get him out of there.
But I mean, so in my native tongue, I said, I wonder what happens if I said yes. And someone next to me actually understood Danish and was like, don't even joke about that. If they understood that, you're not getting in. Okay, no. So ticking down further and further. And then one of the questions was, did you sympathize with the Nazis during World War II? And I was not born, but I think the correct answer here is no. No?
Oh,
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
am I allowed to tap into a previous life or something? Jesus.
Holy.
So finally I got all the forms ticked, coming in, and then I have to go to this, like, feels like a third-degree interrogation. What is your purpose for coming to the US? Visiting a friend? How long are you staying? 2 weeks? All right, you can't work, you can't get married. Oi, 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 hey, hey, hey. I'm here for 2 weeks. I'm not marrying anything or anyone.
Wow.
Okay, but you can't get married. I'm aware. You made that very clear.
Yeah, we
And
got some weird priorities over here.
and after it gets even worse. So after 10 minutes of that, I finally got in, and I had this like star-spangled banner, "Welcome to the United States of America," and I was just like in my head, "Thank you." But lo and behold, no, I mean it was just so stupid. We went to Walmart, and all I wanted was my 6 Budweisers and a pack of 6.
Uh-huh.
Do you have ID? Yes, I have my Danish passport, which my identity got me in the country. Sorry, that's not good enough. It needs to be either a driver's license or an American passport. Like, I don't have that. I'm a tourist.
Walmart was like that?
Oh, you'd be
That
surprised
was-
how often that happens.
I just steal it.
It's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Walmart,
And-
just take it.
This is America. You just walk right out the doors.
Yeah, no, but we had to have a whole dog and pony show conversation, and then finally my friend had to buy it for me, which was stupid enough in itself. And I said, I just want to try something for fun. So next to Walmart, there was this little gun shop with all the bullets on the shelves. And I said, "Hi, I would like to purchase a small caliber handgun, please. How would I go about that?" And you're like, "Right, you just fill out this form here, sign here. I'm going to need to see some picture documentation." Like, okay, I have my passport. Yes, that's perfect. Sign here. In 2 weeks' time, you will get your actual permit. You can come and collect your gun. You can buy the bullets now if you want. I was like, okay. So
Priorities.
I can buy a gun, but so I can
Absolutely,
shoot
you can.
people,
Yeah.
but I can't kill
Hey,
myself.
We draw the line at beer and cigarettes.
Yes, but I can go buy a gun. I was
But-
like,
You can get a gun.
Why
No
not?
problemo.
I was like, things are weird over here.
Yeah, very
Yeah, they're
much.
different.
It was an
So-
experience.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
So did you
How
get
did,
that?
did you get the gun?
No,
Somebody's got it.
no, yeah, I'm very anti-guns.
Okay.
My dad was a hunter.
He was a hunter?
Yeah, so he taught me respect for weapons. But he was also shot in a robbery gone wrong when I was 11. So, yeah, I don't like things that kill people. I mean,
People
I
are the
get it.
biggest weapons there, for sure.
Yeah, and the problem is not as much it's the stupidity of people.
Yeah,
Yes. Stupid is no good.
that's the
I
problem.
mean, you see it on peanut packages. Salted peanuts, Snickers bars may contain traces of peanut. Well, I should hope so. Tesco's have apple-infused apple slices.
Who would have thought?
Warning, coffee hot.
And on the sandwich it says, "Do not eat the wrapper."
Well, it makes you wonder what idiot made that warning label come across that packaging. But
Oh, have you guys never seen the Blue Comedy Tour?
yeah,
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I don't think so,
About-
no.
Bill Engvall's got this whole
Here's
bit
your
about
sign.
here's your
Preparation
sign. And he's like, you
No.
gotta think that there's a reason why there's these warning labels on everything. You look at a hair dryer and it'll say, warning, do not use in shower. I mean, some idiot used it in the shower, hurt himself, sued him, and they're like, we need to put a tag on that. Here's
Yeah.
your sign.
it's like preparation H is for external use only.
Yes.
Yep.
Get in the
Yeah.
beehole.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a personal believer. It's time to remove the warning labels and let natural selection do its thing.
I agree. I agree.
We'd have a lot more people to hunt then, wouldn't we? Or ghosts.
That'd be a lot more active locations. Yep.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think people would think twice before doing something stupid.
Yeah,
You think so?
one would hope. I mean, I'm not as much afraid of artificial intelligence as I am of the lack of human intelligence.
Yeah.
I just picture
Yeah.
now. Welcome to Jacob Davis's house. He died 2 years ago because he stuck a fork in an electric socket. He's been known to roam around, and you'll see lights glitching and screaming.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, it's called the science of stupid. That's so admirably named. And let me know when you think, ooh, this is a good idea. Okay, so we have 3 guys. One is filming. One guy stands between 2 cars, one leg on each fender. The second guy takes a rocket between the first guy's legs, then lights the rocket. Now, where does that rocket go? Upward. Unfortunately, the principle of force meets object. Yeah, not pretty.
I kind
And
of
I'm
want to
like-
see this.
At what point in that conversation did someone say, "Oh yeah, we're doing that,"
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
"No."
They got past the you stand on 2 cars, and then
Yeah.
continued on, and they got to the rocket and was like, "Go on, keep going."
Oh yeah. Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And other people were testing whether or not a really, really flimsy piece of rusty material could work as a bulletproof vest. Spoiler,
Dumb.
it couldn't.
No shit.
Who would have thought?
Oh my goodness.
Here's
Oh
your
my-
sign.
I mean, seriously, it's on. I think it's on Disney Plus. Science of stupid. It's hilarious.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. All right, let's bring it back to paranormal
It's a
stuff.
ghost
real
hunt,
quick.
yeah. But then again, that brings me to apps actually and the gullibility of people.
Uh-huh.
Because
go.
the,
Yeah.
the thing about whether it's the Ovilus, the ghost hunting app, the SLS stick figure thing,
Nope.
you need context.
Yeah.
Well, any piece of equipment that has a techie or electronic or human, you have to take context into it. Because, and when you see it on ghost hunts as well, when we have guests, they are so busy with the phone apps, they're not taking in the experience.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be sitting, okay, now we're just watching, waiting, letting the spirits come to us, and they'll be like, oh my god, this just came up on my phone!
Yeah.
Like, really? Oh my
Yeah,
god, it's this demon!
Yeah.
They died here!
We have several dude bro moments.
Yeah.
I think
Making fun
they're
of them.
called. Yeah, making
Usually
fun of them.
If we use those, we put them off in the distance and we shut off, airplane mode, no receiving transmitters. We put it down, we walk away, we do our thing, and if it happens to say something that fits, we'll use it. If it doesn't, we'll make fun
Yeah.
of all the big YouTubers.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the main reason we use it is just as another piece of evidence if it goes along with everything else that we have out there. And yeah, we know if you put a battery by it, it's going to just start rambling off a bunch of words. So we tend to put it away from everything, just leave it in the middle of the room on a table or something, just knowing that there's going to be no outside interference at all.
I mean, my husband downloaded this Ovilus Growler app.
Okay.
Does he like it?
Not really. Because what we found out with it, that it will come up with like 1 or 2 words, and then if it's just stationary, we had it stationary for about 2 hours, but it was only when we moved the phone that it sort of like started sprouting new words.
Yeah.
So it was like, nah. Spirit Talker annoys me
Mm-hmm.
because it's just random what comes out. The same thing with the Alice box, the little word bank with 4,000 words.
Yeah.
And true story. This was on a ghost hunt. I wasn't hosting. I was just there as a guest. And this group of ladies, probably a bit inebriated, but she was walking around with this Alice box. And from the context, she gathered that her husband was cheating on her. And the more she listened to it, the more irate she became. And I could hear her screeching, like, "Oh my God, that he's cheating on me! I just know this." It's like, no. It isn't that. It's a word bank. This is how it works. No, it came out with Michelle, and that's his co-worker's name, and they've been talking. He's cheating. No, I'm gonna call him. Yeah,
Bitch
good
is
idea.
crazy.
That's a stretch.
He's not picking up his phone. He's cheating on me. Like, or he's on the toilet. Who knows? But lo and behold, she just kept going and going and going, got more and more irate, to the point where her and her friends left in a huff, screeching and shouting that she was going to have a word with her husband. She was going to catch him in the act. And I worry about what happened to that poor guy.
Yeah, how do you defend yourself against a ghost?
The ghost told me. No,
Yeah.
the app told you.
What ghost?
But I mean, I do have, there was an Alice box as well. It came up with the word anti-Semitism.
What?
We get some weird
Anti-Semitism.
words too.
Like out of the blue, and I was like, anti-Semitism, okay, that's random. And then the couple I was with, the girl said, "That's actually weird because I'm Jewish and I have the Star of David tattooed on my shoulder."
Wow.
Which I didn't know beforehand. So for me, that was a bit, okay, that was a strange coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a lot of our stuff too. It's like we'll sit through everything and debunk everything that we know for a fact is either us or explainable. And what we put out on our videos, we couldn't debunk it. We couldn't figure out how or why it happened.
We will beat the crap out of our videos before we put them out.
Yeah. And
We'll
then
find
we'll put it
everything and
out.
anything.
And a lot of the times it's like, you tell us what you think, because we're just trying to figure this stuff out too, And this is just this is what we captured.
I mean, I posted a video on my TikTok, because I have that now.
Hey.
Long last. You can check it out, Paranormal Endeavors. It was taken at the Ancient Ram Inn.
Okay.
One from my core team put a camera, just a stationary wildlife camera, in the witch's room and pointed it outward, so it was like just filming the whole room. Mm-hmm. We had a motion sensor light, the ones that you put on the wall, so you have to be really close.
Yeah.
We put one on the table, one on the chair, and they were going off. And there was no sign of dust particles or animals or anything that could have set them off. We were downstairs and out, so we were far away from them, so it wasn't us either. And I don't know what set them off, because they're touch activated. I mean, please go in and find the video, see if you have an explanation, because that has me stumped.
You said Paranormal Endeavors?
Yeah?
On TikTok?
Yeah.
I can't find you.
I think you're following me already.
Could be.
That would mean you'd pop up.
Yep.
Probably am.
Paranormal Endeavors.
I'll figure it out.
And there should be half a picture of my face.
Is it all one word, or is there a space between paranormal and endeavors?
It's one word.
Oh.
He's got blinded
Unless
by
I'm
the light.
spelling Endeavors wrong.
You using a Q?
Yep.
So paranormal, ENDEAVOURS.
Well,
That
you.
explains it. Put a Q and not the U. Jesus.
It still doesn't pop up.
Oh, but no, yeah, we like you said, we go through our shit
Earmuffs.
with a fine tooth comb, and anything and everything. It's like, yeah, that's something at the window. That's me. That's my. Usually it's that's my stomach. We get a lot of those.
Yeah.
But it's when it's the one that's like, okay, that wasn't me. That's not me. Like that, I didn't even hear that when it happened or whatever it may be. That's like, okay, here, put it out there, and if you tell us what you think, some could be, oh, it could be that. Yeah, it could be.
I just sent you a screenshot, Tiffany.
Your handle is Paranormal Endeavors. Your name on the thing is your actual name. I figured it out.
Oops.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well, I was hoping that people couldn't find me on TikTok by using my name.
Oh no, it's your name.
Mission failed.
Touch.
You might want to change it.
That's why I couldn't find it under Paranormal Endeavors.
So when you type in Paranormal Endeavors, I don't come up?
No. Your name does.
Could you send the screenshot, please? Oh, fudgy.
Oh, crap.
No, because when I look, I can see like half my face, and it says Paranormal Endeavors. Okay.
Hold on, I'll show you. Oh shit, Tucky mushrooms.
What the? You're
Anywho.
a real potty mouth there, Tiffany. Real potty mouth.
I know, these Jiminy Crickets are just flying out like no tomorrow. Where did she go?
She's on the phone waiting for your
She's
text.
looking on her phone.
Oh, okay. It does say Paranormal Endeavors.
It did after I clicked on it, but initially it was your name. Like when I followed you, it was your actual name, and then when I clicked on your profile, it goes to Paranormal Endeavors.
There you go.
I sent you 2 screenshots, so you understand what I'm saying.
There you go. Not good.
So, what is one situation, investigation, experience that you just love to tell people?
Well, that would be the ancient rabbit. That was the most recent one that I was really impressed by.
Okay. What was that? What happened?
Well, it was the motion sensor light, and it was like a small team investigation. I've been to the ancient ram quite a few times. So the very first time we were there, we were in the barn area, and I stood in the doorway, and I felt like this cold wind blew past my face, and then I just heard in my ear like slack, like a very deep growly voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought there was like, oh hey, I heard a voice. It called me this, and everyone was laughing, and I was like, what's funny? And they told me what slack actually meant. And all of a sudden, that was so rude. So rude. Essentially, it's a sleep around too.
You should tell her, Tiffany, you should tell her your story about the noises that you heard. The baked potato?
No. I'm very okay with not talking about baked potatoes.
Come on, White Castle.
No, nope. I didn't hear any noises because we had separate rooms, thank God.
And so that was like, okay, that was weird. Second time around when it was there, I barely set foot in the barn, and that same gravelly voice said, you. Okay.
Oh.
Besties. BFF with the bishop, yay. No. He still doesn't want to be my friend. He still doesn't want to be my friend. No, because then I just get like I'm like a 5-year-old, if the ghosts tell you to get out, I'm like, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, do not look in that cupboard. Ooh.
Yeah. Although
like,
we
you
did,
can't-
we were getting ready to look at one of the mirrors at the Velisca house, and
Oh, yeah.
was the
Yeah.
Ovulus? I can't remember if the Ovulus
Yeah.
spirit talk or whatever it was said,
Don't.
prepare for danger or something.
Mm.
Was it something like that, or prepare for danger? Like
It
as
didn't
he's
say-
taking this sheet off, and it's like prepare for danger, and he's like, okay, and he put it right back on, and like that's
It
good
didn't
enough.
say prepare for trouble.
No, it was something
No, it was
like
danger.
specific.
No, danger.
Yeah.
Oh, darn it. That would have been a
Yeah.
cool Pokemon reference.
Oh.
Then he goes, I'm going to take the sheet off this other mirror. And it says, no, don't. And he was walking that way, and
Oh.
it's just like, don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, well, so that's like really interesting. So I would probably be the one. Okay, sheet off.
See, and that's things that we'll put it in a video and be like, I mean, this thing hadn't said anything for 10 minutes, and then he asked to look in the mirror, which you're not supposed to do
Yeah,
apparently. And as he's taking
But-
off, it finally says something, and it says prepare for danger. Or he's like, okay,
I think they both said something similar. I think that was what really like kind of ticked us off. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Cause
yeah.
both
And
of
we-
them, both
we
the
never
Ovilus
did.
and the Spirit Talker app.
We
and
never did.
see, if you didn't have an app, you would have gotten a paranormal experience.
Oh, we did.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we did.
I
Yeah.
think it was the location too that kind of made us maybe not want to escalate things because it was
Yeah.
already such a heavy place.
Tweakers and house giving birth. And
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I do.
Also, the 8 brutally killed and murdered by an axe. That was part of it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they all
Big
say
part.
that to sound interesting.
Oh no, this one was.
But it's just, I mean, of course you have to respect the spirits at all times. You're on their terms. They're not
Right.
performing monkeys.
right?
We're there as their guests, and if they want to come out, then yeah, come out and play.
Mhm.
But don't be disrespectful to them. You can challenge them, but not in a disrespectful way.
Yeah, no.
So we
Yeah,
went.
that is true. John and I have had a couple where very little has happened, and then us 3 together have had a few that a lot has happened, and then our last one we did, nothing happened. You know, but we're still gonna put out there that like, hey, there are times
Yeah.
where
Then you should have slept in Sarah's room, because
yeah,
You had the most fun apparently that night.
yeah,
it was a painful ride home.
you were her John for the night.
For something, it's nice to be wanted.
He lost, though. He had to be. He had to be.
No means
But
no.
yeah, as long as you're respectful to the spirits, it's fine. But it is quite fun. Oh yeah, I got decked at Shepton Mallard by a spirit. That was around Christmas time. We were doing an investigation, and I was wandering around by myself because why not? And no, I think Steve. I think that you were with me. Stephen was actually with me. You were with me, you dum dum. That was my husband, by the way. I love him to bits.
Hello, dum dum.
Oh boy.
Also known as Steve.
Steve.
And then when I came out, I was like completely red on this side of the face. And one of the other hosts said, "What the hell happened to your face?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why?" And then I took a picture and I was like completely red. So I figured, oh, that's probably just a cold or something. But when I woke up the next morning, my eye was bruised around here. Like a proper bruise. So 3 days later, I still looked like someone just decked me in the face.
Wow.
But no one did.
Hmm.
No one did. And one of the times I was hosting at the Ram, we were getting ready for the guests. And I was upstairs, so we had, I don't know, how much do you know about the ancient Ram Inn?
I've heard about it. That's pretty much it. I know it's a paranormal hotspot.
Oh, it is. And it is an awesome place. And so you go upstairs, you have the witch's room, you have the little den, and you have the bishop's room, and across from the bishop's room you have the toilets. And I was just checking that the sensor lights were working and everything, and right next to my ear, clear as day, I hear like 3 knocks, like knock, knock, knock on the wood. Now, me turning around thinking, oh, it's probably Steven, so I turn around like, Steve? And there was no one. I asked the other host, James? Nope. There was no one. So I went downstairs. I was like, guys, did any of you knock on any kind of wood up near the bishop's room? And both boys swore to me they were in the kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah, that gave me, because whenever a spirit is near, especially if it's a male spirit, I go ice cold. But if it's the female spirit, I'm sweating like a hooker in church. And with these particular knocks, I got exceptionally cold, and it was a nasty one. So I think that was actually the one time where I was like, okay, not funny. But that's what I've experienced in the US. Paranormal investigations is actually not that big in Denmark. I didn't even know it was a thing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we would go to supposedly haunted abandoned places. There was this place in a city called Vejle it's been condemned for a while, but the people the construction crew that was hired to demolish it gave up because they were scared. Something scared them off, so they abandoned it, so the house stood empty. So naturally we went there, because why not?
Like you do.
Yes. And I was just taking some pictures, and I took a picture of the chair, and I don't know if it's the way the light falls or if it's my phone, but it looks like a proper bum print in the light on the chair.
Like someone was sitting.
Yeah.
Huh.
And you can see under my shoulder in another picture they took of me, my hair is like electric, and there's an eye or something to this side of me. And at first I thought, oh, that's probably my hair or something. But my hair is in a ponytail, so I always wear my hair in a high ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
So it couldn't have been that. I mean...
Do you believe in orbs, then?
I believe that it does particles in most cases. But with that being said, I have seen orbs, and not because someone shone a torchlight in my face. That'll do it. But no, especially if you go out on the moorlands, you can actually see they're also called dancing lights. Mm-hmm. But they are little orbs of light that sort of like jumping and flickering. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
That's cool.
I'd like to see that one day.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be pretty cool.
If you go to like where the Battle of Hastings took place, for instance, in the dead of night, you can also see like the ghost lights or the orb.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of swing this in a way, because you've helped me a little bit with my abilities. I know I've reached out to you quite a few times about things. You see things a little bit differently than I do. So how would you describe how you get the feelings and stuff? Because you help me with the hearing of things, because you said it's not always an audible thing. It's sometimes internal. How does it work for you?
The thing is, when we experience, we have our 5 senses. We can't really get away from them. Some people say everyone has a 6th sense. It's our gut feel. And the more you work with abilities, you sort of realize not everything is literal. You can listen and you can listen. So when you listen is when normal conversations take place. You should be listening. Not always the case, but nonetheless, that's what hearing is for. But sometimes if you close your eyes and your ears, there's a different way of hearing. It's hard to explain. You sort of have to experience it. But when you know what to listen for, that's the same. You know the Estes method. Mm-hmm. How some people get a lot and some people get absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
If you don't get anything, it could be either that static or you're not listening correctly.
Yep.
You're not listening with your, it sounds so stupid, with your heart, with your dwelling abilities. So everyone has latent psychic abilities. Anyone can become a psychic. Anyone can interact with the spirit realm. Everyone has that latent energy. It's just how much you work with it.
So how would you describe just like a knowing? You can't ever explain it any other way. You just know. How do you explain that?
You can't. I mean, I
Do you
can't
think it's
explain.
possible?
What do you mean
Most
by that
likely.
question, Tiffany?
Like sometimes you just know things and you don't know how you receive that information. Like when you pointed out
Yeah.
a ballista, you're like, "How did you know that?" I have no idea.
Oh, about the brother?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, obviously, yeah, I get my information from somewhere, but it happens so fast and I'm not always aware of it. As a teacher, for instance, throughout the school I've been in, I've been known for the way I form relationships with students and work with some of the most difficult and challenging students. And I've spotted a lot of Zen children. So at the Catholic school I was at, I was like, right, we need to look at this one. We need to look at this one. They are guaranteed on the register. I was like, well, how do you know that? I just know. Where's your evidence? It's an instinct.
I was gonna say,
Trust
that's
me
the
on
instinct
this.
you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Trust me on this. Just give him the damn test. These are the things I've picked out on an academic level. They might not spike on your test, but he does have this. He does have ADHD, or he's at least on the spectrum. And when they find, I mean, our new Senko, she checks it. And she says, wow, that was a really good catch. How did you know? And I was like, I just know. It's just this feeling. Whenever you interact, and that brings me back to what I said before, whether you're interacting with people or spirits, you always take a little piece with you. Your energies interlock and you get a sense of each other. And sometimes you just pick up and you just know there's something inside you that just know. It's the same when you're meeting someone. That's why I always shake hands with people the first time. I mean, yeah, if I meet friends, I'll give them a hug. But first time I meet people, I always shake their hand, and that tells me everything I need to know about that person. And I'm rarely wrong.
So it's kind of like you receive messages even though you're not aware of receiving them, and that's how you understand or get that information.
Yeah, I read people. I see people. The way I see people is I see colors. I see shapes, sounds.
Okay, so I agree with that, but the difference, and I'm only going to ask this just to see what you think. How do you explain the difference between something like that and like a really good profiler? Like
Well,
reading people's really easy when you profile too, but like when you shake hands, you get something from them,
I mean,
like
to
an
be,
actual. Sorry.
I mean, if you don't know how to read people, if you don't nurture that ability or aware of it, you'll make a shitty profiler.
Well,
A
yeah,
good
I
a
guess
good pro.
that's what I mean. Like sitting down and looking at someone and seeing how they are. It's really easy to tell what you're thinking. I can just the eyes will tell a story. There's habits they do. There's routines. It's really easy. But at the same time, like from where you're coming from, that's really like interesting to me because there's a lot of times where, like you said, I sat down and saw someone, didn't even have a conversation with them, and they left the room and like, what do you think? This. And they're like, okay, let's go question that. And they found out that that's what it was. How do you know? And I'm that like you guys been saying, it's just read the person. It's really easy. It's like reading a bad, porno.
Yeah. But even the people that are the most difficult to read, if I have trouble reading someone, I can get a bit wary. People that I often have trouble reading are people with, for example, Asperger's, because they are fundamentally just honest. I mean, my previous partner, Michael, had Asperger's, and he didn't really give up any emotions, like strong emotions that I could pick up on. But I just knew that whatever he told me, that was the truth. I knew he wouldn't lie to me because it's not in his nature. I knew he wouldn't give me backhanded compliments because it's not in his nature.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I think he more so meant how can you tell the difference between an ability and being a profiler?
Well, you can't really be a profiler unless you have that ability.
You think so?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I know some pretty.
You can learn it, but how do you adapt the learning? Any idiot can study Paul Ekman and become an expert of microexpressions. That's part of what I do. Go into teaching. You're also taught how to read people. But in order for it to be really, really good, you have to have and be aware of your natural ability.
So, what are some signs of a natural ability? Like what? Because like me, I'm a scary judge of character. I train a lot of people. I've done a lot of things that whether it's a car or a human or whatever I'm working on, money management with anything else. I see what's in front of me with the facts and I put it together and make it happen. But I don't think I have an ability though. I don't think I'm like you guys. So like, and I'm open minded. So
Well, everyone has abilities. I mean, the only thing really stopping you from accomplishing is you. I mean, of course, there's limitations. I'm never going to win the Olympics of bodybuilding or strongman because A, I am female biologically, and I've sort of like haven't worked out in ages. But I
so it's like
could if I
training
wanted to.
yourself then pretty much.
You're training yourself. You're working with it. The more, I mean, you don't just pick up a box of tarot cards and start reading. You have to learn it. You have to work with cards. So
That's
when
true.
you're becoming a profiler, I mean, I did study Paul Ekman when I had psychology, and I did take some of his courses in microexpressions, and
So
it
I'm
was
gonna go ahead. Sorry. Nope. Go ahead. Finish.
yeah, and the universal expressions that we have, the 5 universal expressions. Like grief will look the exact same on a face from Uganda as it would on a face from Sweden. The universal expression of grief will always look the same. And the same with happiness. And that was Paul Ekman's theory. And again, if you know what to look for, and the more you work with people, I mean, if you sit alone, a cabin in the woods, you can study as much as you like, but you're not going to be able to read people because experience is what nurtures the ability. So the more you interact with people, the more you start to see a pattern form.
Right, and that's one of the joys of sociology too, because that's the study of people in general. But that's what I was kind of wondering, because we were talking about this a while ago. How do you know if someone has an ability? Like, what is there like an electric? I don't know, electric, but maybe some type of energy thing is what we were talking about, or anything like that. Because there's a lot of times where I don't have emotion, but it's really easy to pick up on things, you know. And I'm using myself as an example because I don't want to throw anyone else under the bus.
But like me, I can pick up things, and I don't read micro expressions and people and that and the other thing. But I can sit in a haunted location, and I can pull out a random ass frickin'. There was conflict between a brother and sister, a family conflict somewhere, and I have no idea that was even a thing. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to get the answer for. How would that knowing be if it's something that's not associated with people that are sitting right in front of you?
Or is it unique to the person?
Like, it is unique to the person because how we experience things. So this is one of my theories. We all share the same space, reality. But reality is subjective. Mm-hmm. Because our reality, I mean, let's take TV remote. The little button there is red. We can all agree on that, hopefully.
Okay.
Right? It's red?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What type of red?
Right.
What shade?
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it has more of an orange hue to it, but still red. Someone might see it as a deep red. Someone might see it as a pinkish red. It's red in the reality we are in, but how we experience that reality is dependent and shaped by how we grew up. We are the sum of our experiences and our actions, and the way we go about experiencing reality is essentially us. So no two people will experience the exact same reality at the same time. but we have enough of a commonality that we can all agree a banana is a banana, because that's what we came to a consensus about. Instead of saying, ooh, long yellow fruit, we call it a banana because it's easier. It's a linguistic shortcut. And that's the reality we live in.
Would that be because we can't exist in the same space of the reality at the same time? Maybe?
Even atoms, two atoms cannot share the same space at the same time. They will always be pushing. If you go on a subatomic particle level, you'll see the particles are not stationary. They will keep moving and shoving and pushing.
Right, gotcha.
And again, the way we experience things is also based on, so if you grew up in, this is just basic nature versus nurture psychology. If you grew up in an abusive household or a household where parents were absent, you are more likely to engage in chaotic relationships because it's familiar to you. So when you actually end up in a stable, loving, nurturing relationship, you find that feels weird because you can't really comprehend, you can't assimilate that into your schemes. So we tend
Is that
to
just because it's outside the box for what would be normal, considered normal, or?
No, it's just something that's there. We're instantly drawn to the bad boy or the abusive, the narcissist. So people who grow up and I can't remember, I think Stanford did one. I think Oxford or Harvard, one of the two, has also done a study on how relationships are formed based on the nature of the nurture of your environment. There was the twin study, for instance. I think it was from the 60s to 70s, where they split up identical twins and then proved that nature versus nurture.
Oh my god. Holy.
Here's the Gigglesaurus.
Fair enough.
If anybody needs to know what fear looks like across the world,
That got me.
that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got dizzy.
Just breathe. Keep breathing. She
Baked
got
potato.
you good.
Baked
She
potato.
got you good.
And that's the same why, I mean, some really, really good, there are a lot of psychics and, aw. Okay, they are kind of cute. I'll admit to that.
Yeah, once your heart restarts.
These conversations are always really interesting to me because there's so much that different opinions and different facts come from different people. And this is really interesting because I think this is a huge part of actually paranormal activity too.
I mean, I'm an academic. Yeah, I'm that boring. I'm an academic. Love my books. I love reading. I love researching. I love studying. I also like to people watch. Not in a creepy way. Not in a creepy way. But yeah, I don't know actually. So one of my favorite pastimes is just to sit in a cafe with a cup of coffee and just people watch. Just watch people go by.
Habits, routines, and everything.
Do you make up like your what you think their life or story life is like?
Well, sometimes you catch little snippets and say, "Oh, that one's in trouble," and "Ooh, Lord, that's not their partner." Oopsie doopsie. And yeah, so sometimes it's like that. So people watching is fun. And again, there's lots of psychics. And I actually had a friend who works with it. He goes out to seminars and holds lectures about it. Through manipulation, he was able to get the room to draw exactly what he wanted just by using the power of suggestion. He could contact. So apparently he knew, and this was before Facebook and everything, before our lives became easily accessible. And he was like, he looked at me, he's like, oh, you are, let's see, does your name begin with an L? Yes. Okay. So he sussed out that my name begins with an L. So based on my looks at the time, I was 20 at the time. So in my 20s means I was born in the 1980s. One of the most popular girls' names in Denmark at the time was either Lotte or Lise. So he had a 50-50 chance. And he said, Lotte. And I was like, yes, that's correct. Oh my, he gets his messages from the great beyond, but in reality, it's just guesswork. Because whenever he got it's simple cold reading. And it is so easy. Any idiot can do it.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
like, that's why I was asking about the difference between profiling and something like this. Like, how do you sniff out the fake ones?
I like to watch the videos where they give the secrets away to like the mentalists and things like that. And then when you see when they explain it, you're like, Jesus, that easy?
I mean,
you know?
yeah.
But it also goes toe to toe with how you were saying being gullible. Like you don't even realize you just gave him all your answers
with your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of the people. My face comes with subtitles. And it is the problem because they allow subtitles sometimes. But I'm also very aware of the things not to do. So because of my knowledge and my studies, I could give the person false information. So I was deliberately feeding him false information. And he was able to channel something. And I was like, yeah, there's just one problem. I don't know anyone by that name. So, and we did it with the Ouija board session where it came through with like, who are you? I was like, D-A-D. And I was like, are you my dad? And it went to yes. I was like, okay, fair enough. What's the first letter of my dad's first name? And it came out with D. I said, okay, good. What's the second letter? It came out with A. And it spelled out Dan, which is his name. And okay, fair enough. Now we're starting to get curious. And then I said, is my sister with you? It went to yes. Does my sister blame me? Yes.
Damn.
Is my sister in pain? Yes. There's just one problem. I don't have a sister. I don't have a sister. I have a brother who is very much alive and very much happy.
Yeah.
So one more question. How do you tell if somebody has abilities or not?
Well, if you can feed them false information, that's the way to suss them out. But again, it's difficult. Everyone has abilities. It's just what you choose to do with them. I mean, if you want to be an ass and scam people out of their money, then you will reap the consequences. Your actions will have consequences. But everyone has abilities. Everyone can learn to read people. You might not see it as an ability, but the feeling you get when you touch someone, like shaking hands, not inappropriately, just shaking hands, that is essentially, let's look at it from a science point of view. When you touch someone, there are millions of neurons in your hand accepts trillions and trillions of signals, sight, scent, smell, touch, everything gets picked up and it goes to your brain where it gets processed. It goes to your limbic system that sort of controls your feeling, your fight and flight. And all that neurological input happens in a split second. And that's when your reaction comes. So if you shake hands with someone who is nasty or someone who is not a good person, you will get the instant feel like, ugh. You don't know where it comes from. It's just the feeling that he gives off. He icks your yum.
What if you're in a room with someone and you never touched them the whole time? And you never met them before and it's the first time, and all, can you still feel that?
Yeah. You can still see it. Because if you are automatically drawn to someone, then it's likely a good person for you. Your body and brain is incredibly intelligent. And it'll know what is good and what is bad. There is room for
conflicting.
change. It's not perfect. There is room for change. But negative people tend to give out a vibe that, for me personally, is very draining. And I will find myself not interacting with that person. But it's also, you have to be able to speak to everyone. Say hello to everyone when you enter a room. Or look at everyone. And just in slow motion says, what am I feeling in this moment? What am I feeling in this moment when I'm looking at Tiffany? What am I feeling in this moment when I'm looking at John? What am I feeling in this moment when I'm looking at Chuck? What do I pick up? And the fact that I'm still here after 85 minutes shows that you are nice people with various background troubles, yes, but still nice people that I do not mind spending my time with.
Out. Ditto, as us US say.
So follow your body and your instincts rather than anything else, is what you're saying.
And that's the same. The best piece of paranormal equipment you have is you. That's the best piece of paranormal equipment there is. Forget the overpriced apps, the technology, the spirit board. The best paranormal tool you have is you. An app is just random words that distracts you from the place you are. I mean, go to, like, for example, the Amityville house, or these are just some spots I'm rambling out, or the mortuary or something like that. If you just sit and think, this amazing place you're in, and you're letting yourself get distracted by an app that spits out random words? No. I mean, I've been to places that are supposedly very haunted, but when we've been there, it's just been dead. But I still had a really, really good time because I get to be with awesome people.
Yep.
In a fantastically beautiful place.
Yeah.
I get to be there after dark. I get to see what the public doesn't get to see. And that itself is worth just as much to me as any paranormal experience. So that's why I
1,000,000%.
Yep.
really think, like, if you want to use apps, that's fine, but just think about how
Don't
much they
rely on
distract
them.
you. Don't
Yeah.
rely on them.
Yeah.
Because again, it's context. It's the same. Don't rely on Ouija boards because, as we know, we have subcutaneous movements where we're not aware that we're actually moving, but our brain and hands are send signals, and we are taught to follow the planchette. When people say Ouija boards, they'll say, "Oh my God, it's scary. It's like Hollywood." No, here's what an Ouija board is. Again, a parlor game. It's been going back since the Cheng Dynasty, when they had Kagamo. I think it's Kagame or Kagamo, something like that. That's essentially the Ouija board as well. It's Twitter for ghosts. Anything can come through at any time. Half the time, it's random shit they can't spell. That's the thing.
There's sometimes that I don't even know what it says or what it means.
Well, sometimes if it was an 18th century spirit that came through, don't expect it to have perfect spelling because you didn't really have schools unless you were rich.
Right. Right. Right.
And that's the same with people that, oh my God, what if I get an attachment from a Ouija board and a spirit follows me home? No, places don't do takeaways, first of all. And second of all, we are not that interesting
Well,
for the
that's
spirits to follow us.
That's been my thing. I am not a believer that things could attach to you. I do believe there's like an energy
Yeah.
that can, but as far as like an actual spirit going home with you, I don't.
But even just
the simple fact of this spirit's been at this house since the 1800s, and he'd waited for Chuck to walk through the door so he can go home with him.
oh my God, I'm going home with that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Give me
what
some
I'm
of
waiting
that,
for.
man. Yeah.
155 years, and the man of my dreams just walked in. I'm going
Yeah.
home. Like, come
Well,
on.
Sarah apparently had her way with John, so I mean, I guess it's possible.
To be fair, he was in her bed.
That is fair.
Then that's fair game. Fair
Yeah.
game.
And we gambled on it, and yeah. John got rocked.
Oh. So, question then, John. Is Sarah any good?
Oh shit, yeah. Oh yeah. I was
Is
hurting
she,
for days.
is she hot?
Getting it. You know, I kept my eyes closed and I cried.
Do you know if do you know if she swings both ways?
Oh
I
dear.
honestly, I think so.
I don't know. Tiffany was across the hall, and did she come over there?
That's
Was
what
she in?
I was aware of.
Was she in her bed?
I think
Ooh, no.
I think
What?
I think Sarah would do something for the right price.
Hmm.
That's too much for me.
I could say that whole time it was completely dead, but for whatever the hell happened when I woke up in the morning, I was hurt. I was the last one out of bed. That never happens.
Mm.
That never happens. I'm always awake. Nope. I was dead.
Slightly tempted now.
And then when when we were driving home, it was hurting getting in and out of the car, and I just laid there for the next 2 days afterwards.
I need some of that. No, I have a wonderful husband. I have no need to go.
Sarah's she's experienced.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there was this one time we went to Wincham Hall, which was quite beautiful, and it was freaking freezing because it was in the middle of winter, and our window didn't have an actual window, just a piece of board. And we finally got warm under the covers, and then I hear like a woman crying from the bathroom. And
Oh, no.
as a good investigator, I should go investigate. And I was tempted, but was like, oh, I gotta see. But this is just so comfortable. Sorry, you're sad.
Throw the camera.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
window is
sorry.
closed, ghost. I'm sleepy.
Sorry, you're a sad spirit, but nope, this is cold. Come in here for a chat, that's fine, but I'm not getting out these covers.
right.
No.
How about you come hunt me now? Because I'm not moving from this bed.
That is actually one of the things I will say to get the spirits engaged. I'm like, right, could a male spirit come give me a cuddle? Because I am sweating like a hooker in church, man. I need the cold energy.
I can't wait to see what this podcast clips out for us. There's going to be some good ones in there. I assure it. I assure it.
I do have another question about the abilities thing. Is there a physical trait that someone could have that would show that they maybe have some type of an ability?
Usually it's in the eyes, for some reason. Always look people in the eyes.
Like what kind of physical trait?
Eyes tell a lot.
I think so.
Well, I've met many talented people and worked with many talented people who are genuine. I will say that for a fact. They are genuine. They all have sort of like a little. It's very subtle, but it's like a twinkle, like a glimmer almost. Like, you know, when you're when you're looking out the ocean, you can sometimes see that it's like glimmering like gold.
Okay.
It's sort of that sensation. But, for example, light workers or spiritual people, they tend to seek each other out, especially when the world is as dark as it is now. And that, again, brings me back to why I'm a skeptical medium. Because I know all the tricks in the book. I know how it's done. But I still have the abilities that I don't know where came from, but I was apparently born with them. Suppressed for many years. And that's the thing, you know, when children have imaginary friends, children are so much more open to it because they don't have that boundary. They don't have this desperate need to fit into conventional boxes. But as you get older, you sort of suppress it because you need to fit into a mold. You don't want to be that weird one who talks to ghosts.
Sure we do.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah. Now we do because it's become so popular. But just go back 10, 15 years, people would look at you like you had a mental disease or something.
Oh, they
And
still
And if
do.
you said,
I still do. Like, who
But
you
it's
talking
more
to? Shush.
it's more accepted now. People are becoming so much more spiritual.
Yeah.
And oh, I'm a witch. I'm on a spiritual path. And it's like, yeah, you do you, boo. Fine.
You do you,
I
boo.
love it.
So,
Um,
do you think a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator cannot be religious in any way, shape, or form?
yes. There's no science without religion. There's no religion without science, really, because they're interdependent. There are some things you cannot refute with science, and some things science can explain. Even the most hardcore scientist will believe in some form of spirituality, whether that be God or the spaghetti monster or whichever Allah. They will believe in an intelligent life force beyond them and acknowledge that. The same with religious people. I mean, if God invented sickness, then he invented doctors too to heal. And you can claim you are religious and you don't believe in medicine, but when it comes time to cross the road, you look both ways. So how much faith do you really have in God then? Or the spirit? If you
Yeah.
had total faith and they were the only ones with the plan, you wouldn't even bother to look before you crossed the road. You would just walk because he would have your back. Again, if you break your arm,
Very true.
prayer's not going to heal,
Very true.
but a cat sure will go a long way. So that yeah.
I did.
No, I mean
I did, and God
it's
wasn't there to help me.
the same with the old fable about the flood, and a man was trapped on a roof, and he kept calling out to God, said, "God, please come and save me." A rowboat comes along and says, "Come on, jump in my rowboat. I'll sail you to safety." And the man says, "No, I do not need your rowboat. God will save me." Then a man comes in a helicopter and says, "Climb aboard. I will save you. I will fly you to safety." The man says, "No, God will protect me. God will save me." The man ends up drowning. He goes up to the pearly gates, and then he confronts God and says, "God, I called out to you. Why didn't you help me?" And God looks at him and says, "I send you a rowboat. I send you a helicopter. What more could I do?" Yeah. And that's against...
The signs were right there.
I don't think we're ever going to get 100% scientific proof that ghosts exist or spirits exist. No. And honestly,
Never?
I think
You
it
don't
would
think
be
so?
a very, very sad day if we have absolute conclusive proof. Like, we know 2 plus 2 equals 4. We can't really argue with that. We can't learn anything new
Okay.
from that. But as long as we don't have a definitive answer, there is still more knowledge to be had. There are still more experiences to be had. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
there's so
face an
many
even
different
bigger
levels
problem
of, like, spirits and ghosts
in
and stuff,
terms
too.
of proving the life beyond death, and that's AI. I mean, even genuine videos will say, "Oh, that's created with AI," and you're like, "No, it's not AI. It's not edited." Yeah. I mean, and I tell this to my paranormal team. I say, I wish just for one day you could be me, see the world like I see it, experience my version of reality, and I would happily spend a day with yours. Just to give me a break. Oh, yeah.
That would be pretty
Oh,
cool to
I would
switch
love...
spots for a little bit to see how that works.
He's dying. He's dying to do it.
Oh, what I wouldn't give
sounds
to
a
be
lot
in a
more flexible.
slender, muscular body so I could actually wear a bathing suit, but hashtag me too.
Me too.
Fuck it, go commando.
Oh, just if you
We'll
come
do it
across the
anyway.
pond, come to
YOLO.
Glastonbury. You
Let
can
it
go
all
visit
out.
the White Springs. Lots of naked people there. I mean, lots of them. They're everywhere.
No. No.
It's difficult.
I definitely don't want to be people watching there.
I mean, the first time I went
People,
there,
people.
it is a
Sorry,
beautiful, beautiful place, and it's a sacred space. Lots of altars. It has a beautiful pool in the middle, and the spring just runs under. It is really, really beautiful, and I loved praying there and just meditating. And then I sort of like looked up, and there was like naked people everywhere, and I was like, I'm not looking. Sorry. Not looking.
What were you
Not
praying
looking.
for again?
Sorry. But yeah, well, love the body you're in, love the skin you're in,
I tell you,
and you can always cover it with tattoos and make it pretty.
that's right.
Easier said than done.
Yes, it is.
Yay! Oh, I wish I had a
Right, gotta
sleeve.
random places.
Yes.
I have lots of little,
okay.
medium-sized tattoos. My latest one is actually that
Nice.
one.
They'll all light up.
It's a hand poke tattoo. Let's see if we can. How do I do that?
There it is.
So
Nice.
that is a bind rune,
Very nice.
which is essentially a magic sigil. And the way the runes interlocked across the stave is self-love, because that is something I've struggled with for most of my life. And that is actually so it was hand-poked, which is an experience in itself. It is the most pleasant tattoo I've had.
I want a hand poke so bad.
I didn't even feel it.
I heard.
Not,
I've heard that is.
it's
Yeah.
essentially
I don't even know what a hand poke is.
Literally,
Yeah.
what is it? Like, what is
Yeah,
the name
it's
of it?
just-
Is it?
Stick with a needle.
no, not even that. She
And then
just
they just
took.
tap the
It's
stick.
like it just took
And
one
then
tattoo
move it
needle,
around your
dipped it
arm.
in ink, and then she just went like, yeah, hand, a sticky poke, yeah.
Oh, she just literally.
But the intention and the energy she put into it
Okay.
was just fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of like spiritual stuff with
Yeah.
hand poke.
because you were
That type
innately, I
of
mean, she did
tattoo
spend half an hour
is
poking
good.
little tiny holes in my arm. Yeah. Only time that ever happens. I was holy. And loving it. That was good. That was a good one. But yeah,
All right. Well, I think starting
Which
off
was the-
tonight with
yeah.
getting paranormal phone apps. Touch it. Kind of ending on naked people.
It's all
walking
part of it.
around.
And again, it's an experience that you take with you. But yeah, again, if you want to work more with your abilities, trust your abilities. And again, if you think someone is having you for a fool, call him out.
That's easy.
That's the fun
Well,
part.
I mean,
Figuring
I'll
out
give
what
you
the
one
abilities are,
example.
that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And this goes way back. So I was asked by a friend. He's the guy that did the seminars on cold reading, and he presented me as a master mystery astrologer, and I could do the star signs. All I needed was their date of birth and their name and access to a printer and a computer to type, obviously. This was before, again, Facebook, so I couldn't find anything about them on the internet. I didn't need to either. And no one could give me any information on them. So I drew a beautiful star chart. I typed a half a page with their personalized horoscope. Everything. And they were all nurses. So I gave them each an envelope with their horoscope in. They opened it. I said, right, don't tell anyone. Just open it and have a read. And everyone's like, oh, wow, this is so me. She got me down to a T. I've never had anyone so accurate. Okay. Right, take your horoscope and swap it with the person on the right. Pass your horoscope to the right. And then their jaws drops. Now, why did their jaws drop? Because I've written the exact same thing. Yeah.
'Cause that one was them too.
They were all
It
the
took me
same.
half an hour to write the most basic, vague description. Like, you are a very caring person who loves to help everyone and you're everyone's friend. Yeah, you don't go into nursing for the money. And the star chart itself was just me writing their name and date of birth and then drawing some squiggly lines. And that's how that's done. And that was not done. Yeah.
I love it. Well, Lottie,
Yeah, it
I was just
has.
gonna say, Lottie, it's been a
And I'm really glad-
conversation. I think this is our longest.
Apologies, I
our
do like to
longest and
talk.
funnest one yet. No, don't
no.
apologize, dude.
Good
I
stuff.
did forget
Oh,
too
it's
that
nearly
it
2 a.m.
is way past midnight at this point for you, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I don't have work tomorrow.
Nearly 2 a.m. Why not?
Damn.
Perks of not being in London.
Me neither.
Me neither.
It's
Wait,
good
you
to
don't
be
either?
old.
Me? No.
Yeah. We're all
No,
off.
that was
Thursday,
tomorrow.
Friday.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
I
But
just
Lottie,
got off
we're
good news.
for the people listening, where can they?
Well,
get in touch with you,
if
see
you
your
are
stuff?
in the UK or if you come to the UK, definitely check out Paranormal Presence .co.uk. They're also on Facebook under Paranormal Presence or Paranormal Presence Investigations. We have a shit ton of event coming up. We have Shepton Mallet, Stoneleigh Abbey, some private investigations too. Go check them out. That's my core team. That's the team I host with. They're fantastic. You can follow me, apparently not on Paranormal Endeavors, but right, I'm gonna need your help, Tiffany, to fix
Going to
that.
eventually. All right. Add the
Yeah.
U.
Or
not the Q, and you'll be
Lotte
going.
Crook. Is that what it comes up as when you search for me?
Oh dear, let me look.
Okay, yeah. So
French crook.
yeah.
Wait,
So
hold
yeah,
on.
Lotte Crook.
Oh.
You should come to a profile called Paranormal Endeavors, and that's where I usually do lives. Mainly ghost hunts or spiritual stuff. Sometimes there's some witchy woo woo stuff. Facebook, Instagram, yeah, Instagram as well. Also Paranormal Endeavors. That's my like public profile that anyone can watch. And yeah, feel free to give me a shout if you have any other questions or want to know more.
I was gonna say, yeah, we probably will. And if you
Oh,
are
definitely.
on this
So-
side of the pond,
Yeah, but no, I enjoy having a cackle with you guys.
we can have some good times.
Yeah, and then, I mean, Tiffany has
yeah.
told me so much
What a
about
fun-
you guys and your investigations, so it was like
Yes.
great to finally meet you. Hey, those are my
Yeah, we're the weird ones.
weird people are my
Baked
kind of
potato.
people.
No baked potatoes.
That's the only people I want to be around.
Yeah.
That's the best way to learn too. 'cause
I
if
mean,
someone
why
does
why
something
be
that you're not
why be
used to,
like
they
everyone
really
else?
catch your
Like, why be
attention.
a copy when you can be an original?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's way more fun to no. Being an
original is
original is the
boring.
great part. Being a copy of someone else, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken.
Right.
That's pretty much my philosophy.
See is what you get.
What you see is what you get, and that's the same. If anyone comes to me for a reading, it's very much what you see is what you get. If I get something, I'll let you know straight away. If I don't get something, I'll also let you know straight away. And I usually don't charge for my services because it's not fair if I don't get anything. But I do say if someone comes for a reading and they want to donate to a charity, I really encourage that.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting rich on my abilities.
Oh,
I also offer
that's awesome.
holistic treatments.
A lot of your good people.
So it's a holistic like healing massage
Okay.
that I do, and like head massage, like reshaping energies, being renewed energy. So if you are in the UK and you're in Somerset, you can also write to Paranormal Endeavors. Those treatments, because I do use materials such as oil, I do charge for. I have a little candle shop as well, and spell jar shop called Avoca Magic. So, yeah. So plenty of,
Nice.
oh yeah, plenty of opportunities.
You got it going on over there.
So, anytime you need, just shout.
I love it.
Yeah.
Definitely will. And likewise.
And if you're
you see something
Facebook friends
really annoying,
with Tiffany, you can
reply.
find me there and feel free
Let us
to
know.
add me.
I'm sure.
Okay, fair enough. Then don't.
Nah, we're not friends with her at all.
No.
I know.
She just always shows up.
Oh my god. Stalker.
Like I stalk you guys or something. God.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know. Creepy.
A lot of you're awesome.
Yeah,
We
well,
appreciate your time.
plenty
tonight.
more where that
All the
came
great
from.
Stories and stuff.
You barely
you so
touched the
much.
surface.
I'm
Anytime, guys.
looking forward to part 2.
You too, and stay spooky.
Will you have a great night?
Bye.
Always.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Until next time, John, play us out.
Do what now? Oh.